All right, man. Apparently, Caleb Williams has been on the struggle bus when we talking about Chicago Bears, and it's not the struggling with Caleb Williams. It's kind of how he's reacting, throwing temper tantrums, struggling. I mean, making the same mistakes year one to year two. And that's the amazing thing about him is what made him great can make him terrible by scrambling and throwing the ball, and then he, throws it up and it's a pick. Um, you asking a rookie to pick up two different offenses. You asking a rookie to pick up two offenses in 2 years. So, I know they was like, well, Ben Johnson said he built this offense around in Detroit around Jared Goff. But the thing about it is, you can build the offense. I mean, you knew what Jared Goff was. Jared Goff had success in this league. He understood, what he liked, what he didn't like. You had years of footage of Jared Goff, and years of success with Jared Goff. Caleb Williams don't have a track record in the NFL. He had last season. So, but the troubling thing with him is him, in target practice that close, not just because he missed the target, all right? It was how he reacted and threw a temper tantrum. Um, Body language says a lot when you go supposed to be the quarterback and the leader of the team. It says a lot. All right? It says a tremendous amount about how you carry yourself after you make mistakes. Throwing emotional temper tantrums can kill the morale of the team. All right, you have a bad play. Hey, my fault. I'm gonna make it right the next drive. But other players see the quarterback acting zesty and sassy and throwing a hissy fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, who raised you? Who raised you? A quarterback might, might do that, but you shouldn't even do that. But he's not a seasoned player yet. So that's understandable. When you season, number one thing you find out is you never want to let people see you sweat. When people get a rise out of you, that's when they know they got you. When you blow up at somebody at work, when you cuss out somebody in public, they feel like they got you. But when you keep your composure and you kill people with calmness and niceness, that triggers them, believe it or not. So how you keep your composure and your temperament can stay even, you'll be straight. But with him, that zestivity that he just gave off, come on, that was terrible. That was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. He should be ashamed. Honestly, he should be ashamed. He legitimately should. He should be ashamed. And then, in the practice clip, and in front of all the fans, he scrambles in practice, throws it up for a pick. So what Ben Johnson got to do is make him comfortable. And how you make a quarterback comfortable? Hand the fucking ball off. Hand the ball off. Run it with success. You're able to run it with success. They're able to stack the box and the reads become easier. They don't know if you're throwing or you're running the ball. That's what he can do to help this kid out. Because obviously his maturity level, that's what you heard coming into this season. Coming into the league, the UFC players didn't like him. And naturally, they don't like the quarterback to begin with, if you didn't know that. One of the most hated players on the team is the quarterback. But, he gotta, keep his composure, learn the offense, and he can be like, well, he can just build the offense around Caleb Williams. He has 1 year of tape. 1 year of tape. He doesn't have an extensive history. He doesn't have this extensive history like Goff did. And with Goff, they was able to build the offense and also cover the holes of the weakness that he had. With Caleb Williams, I mean, you don't know what he know and what he don't know. To be honest with you, he said none of the coaches last year sat down with him and went over tape with him. He figured it out by his own. So in reality, you building this offense around an enigma. Yeah, you know some of the things he do well, his athleticism, his ability to scramble. You know something, but on the NFL level, what can he do well? Where truly can he do well? And we're gonna find out. But all that hissing and being zesty and sassy and all that shit, he gotta change that. Homeboy gotta change that. He's absolutely gotta change that. Like I seen that, I said, "What was that? What tip is he on?" But you the leader. They can't see you throwing a fucking temper tantrum. So, and Ben Johnson excuse can be like, you know what? I didn't pick this guy. I want to pick my own quarterback. That's one of the excuses that's in his back pocket, along with they paid him a lot of money to come there. And think of it. I mean, think about it. He had the same evaluation opportunity. He had the same evaluation opportunity that that Chicago had. He had an opportunity to go to Washington and coach Jaden Daniels. He didn't do it. He had an opportunity. Chicago had an opportunity to draft Jaden Daniels. They took Caleb Williams. And one of the things you probably started to ask yourself is, do they just listen to what everybody's saying on the draft and the fans what they saying? Do they just listen to them and or do they make their own decision? That's a great question. Do they listen to the TV and the hype? And they're like, we got to take Caleb Williams. We don't take Caleb Williams, and he goes on to be great. And Jaden Daniels, he sucks. We're going to hear about forever. Or do they go in there and just like, we got our own evaluation. We ain't listening to outside noise. This is the guy we think. This is the guy that we want to build our team around. Because looking at it right now, and obviously Jaden Daniels had more seasoning than he did. He was a more seasoned guy than Caleb Williams, understandably so. But right now, it's still early. It's a marathon. It is a marathon. Like Indian people they don't think they can get hit by cars. They just be standing in the street like, this ain't India, my nigga. We ain't around here on no camels and no shit like that. These cars will take you and send you about this world. But that's all I had to say about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live, drop video. Hit the link in the description, link tree, follow me everywhere, X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, wherever I'm creating content at. Peace.